nervous. We rose to the moment, and here we go.
Welcome to the Long Distance Playbook. Today is the 30th of May.
That's right.
We're almost done with May. As you can see, I'm sitting in the studio with my boy Chris.
That's right. I'm here.
And then, of course, we got Jay live right now. Jeff will join us a little bit later. He's currently getting some updates, shall we say.
Keeping it live.
All right, but however, we're going to start the show. We're going to start it like we normally do with some honors of the week. So we want to give a shout out to the following college level sports. The women's golf champion, Stanford defeated Southern Cal. And then Texas's Farrah O'Keefe, she won the individual title. And men's lacrosse champion, Princeton beat Notre Dame 16-9. And women's lacrosse champion, Northwestern beat North Carolina 14-11. So we want to give a shout out to all of those teams and the individual that won the golf. It's always a pleasure to win, right?
Yeah.
Congratulations to all of you. We have a couple of other honors of the week. This is the unfortunate part, right? Mr. Manny Fernandez passed away at the age of 79 on 24 May. And we'll go over all the people that passed later on and give our thoughts about them. Next was Claude Lemieux, passed away at age 60 on 28 May. And we have Larry W. King. He's the former husband of Billie Jean King. He passed away at age 81 yesterday. So, and we'll explain a little bit why we're honoring the husband of her. Real quick, Chris, do you have any more honors of the week? No? Jay, do you have any more?
Ooh, yes, I do. Everybody knows that I'm from Woodbridge, Virginia, and growing up, we had a sports legend icon who was a coach and a mentor to a lot of people growing up in that area. And John Christopher Jr., everybody knows him as Smoking Jack Christopher. He passed away this week. And very influential. He was this is the 80s, a lot of us growing up, and I have my little high school Hall of Fame mug here. I wouldn't have been able to even do any of that stuff. He wasn't just a great coach, but a great person. My parents, and just like a lot of other parents, were working a lot, 2 jobs, stuff like that. But he made sure that he could pick us up, or he had his wife pick us up for practices. He just really, really cared about people. He cared about baseball. And this is during the 80s where, you know what? It's okay to crack open a cold one every once in a while. You worked hard, you play hard. Everybody who knows me knows that I'm not a drinker, so to speak. But I will be having a little beer in his honor because he was such a remarkable man and just an unbelievable person. So the Christopher family, my thoughts and prayers goes out to them. I know that they have so many great fond memories of him. He touched a lot of people. So that's my honor of the week.
Absolutely, and that's a great one, right? We honor the professional athletes because they're on a different platform and it's easier to track them, right? But a lot of people forget that the community coaches, right? How impactful they can be because they can be that starting level for the people that make it to the professional level. And like you said, Jay, we want to give our condolences to not just Mr. What was Chris's
Christopher.
Christopher family, but we want to give them all to Manny Fernandez, Claude Lemieux, and Larry W. King's family as well, and friends. Now, speaking about Manny Fernandez, right? Just so people know who he is, he was you know who he is, right, Jay?
Jog my memory. The name sounds super familiar.
So he was a defensive lineman for the Miami Dolphins.
He played
Okay.
on
When they was undefeated.
undefeated, and he's a 2-time Super Bowl winner.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So I mean,
The 72 Dolphins.
yeah,
72 or 73?
72.
72.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, 72. The defense is very overlooked in their championship run. Just, phenomenal. And it's sad to lose these legends. And, it's starting to, all these things from the 60s and 70s, you're starting to get a little more of this.
Oh, absolutely. And then the next one was Claude Lemieux. He recently passed. You know who he is, right?
He's the brother of Mario Lemieux, right?
No.
No.
So they're actually not brothers. I actually had to look that up, right? So I thought the same thing when I first heard it. I thought, oh, that's Mario Lemieux's brother or something, right? No, they're not siblings. But
Did they play together?
no,
Okay.
no, they just maybe somewhere in that family tree they
Related.
might be related. But as far as they know, like immediate, no, they're not.
So basically, Lemieux was kind of like in America, Smith and Jones.
Yeah.
Just loud.
yeah.
Okay.
But it's very, very unfortunate because when the Montreal Canadiens opened the series with the against Carolina Hurricanes this season, he brought out the torch. So that's how involved he still was, and for him to pass, it's undisclosed as officially how. They just know his son posted that they own a furniture business, and they went to the back and he found his dad dead. So, but absolutely, he's got the most. He's ninth in playoff goals with a total of 80. He played for the Canadians, the Devils, Avalanche, the Coyotes, the Dallas Stars, and that's some of the big ones, right? So he was drafted in '83 there, Jay.
Okay. All right.
Give us some education.
Yep.
Education.
All right, now we're going to move on and talk about Larry W. King. And the reason why we're highlighting this, and I read about it and I had to disclose Chris, and I didn't realize how impactful he was.
How impactful was he?
Look, so before there was women's tennis, right? Like strictly women's tennis, he encouraged the women to play the men at the professional level. So he helped. His wife was a professional tennis player.
Billie Jean?
Billie Jean.
All right.
Billie Jean, old famous, right?
Matter of
What?
fact, she's so famous, she's still famous. and I'm not being funny.
Right.
because for women's rights
Mm-hmm.
in sports, she was the lead charge because she actually played um, a man for charity.
Right. And guess what? It was her husband's idea.
See what I'm saying?
It was her husband's idea. Right.
Yes.
So he helped form the women's tennis side of things, right?
WPGA? No,
WTA.
that's my bad.
WTA.
WTA. There you go. WTA.
Right. He designed the colorful courts. He revamped the scoring system. So he didn't necessarily embody champions, right? But he was involved in the time clocks, the scoring systems, when a single scores versus the doubles team scores and everything. So we just want to give our condolences to him and his family. And I didn't realize he was so impactful in tennis like that. And
Well,
not play.
Something that's a little interesting about that.
What's that?
I knew she had played the guy that Chris was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
She won.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
She beat Bobby Riggs, and it says here 6'4", 6'3", 6'3".
Yep.
And the winner take all
Battle for
prize.
sex.
They did.
And this is 73. She got 100 grand.
Yeah.
So
That was big money then.
Oh yes. Who knows what it would be? It would be now. But all right. So that concludes our honors of the week. All right. We're going to move on over to the lightning round. So there's a lot of sports going on right
Yes. Yeah, it's a big game current.
now. Very,
But we ain't gonna talk about that
absolutely.
till our fourth person in this team pops in.
Yeah, he will pop in. We're going to focus on like NHL playoffs. They are ready for the final. It's decided. You have Vegas versus Carolina. Look at that.
I'm looking good.
Yeah, you
I'm looking good.
absolutely. So, gentlemen, what's your thoughts?
This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be really, really fun. I think Vegas being an upstart is a surprise. I know they're truly not, but a new name team to be an upstart.
Okay,
And they are there in the championship. Great foot score.
absolutely. Now, I will throw this out there. Vegas during the regular season, they played Carolina twice, and Vegas won both times. So,
But they gotta win 4 of them.
absolutely. And let's look at the last series, right? How Vegas took care of Colorado,
Handily.
right? And it looked like Montreal was going to do something against Carolina. They only got the one game, and then after that, Carolina took care of them. So, who do y'all taking? Who you taking? You sticking with Carolina still?
Still staying with Carolina.
Okay,
Bro.
all right. I'm going to stay with Carolina. Jay.
I gotta pick the team that I thought was going to win. And I thought Colorado was going to win. So why wouldn't I pick the team that beat them? I got Vegas.
Okay, that makes sense. So it's going to be very interesting. Tune in if you can. I imagine there's going to be a lot of penalty boxes and a lot of boxing matches in this. Because and one interesting fact a lot of people don't know about hockey, unlike NFL and NBA and stuff, right? So if you make the playoffs, you get an incentive pay, right? Yeah. NHL, you don't. Your salary is for regular season, and once you make playoffs, you get no more money until you win the cup.
That's interesting.
Right. So I guess it makes you want to fight for the cup more, right?
Ain't no tanking.
Winner take all.
Hey, we try to get paid. Well, you know, there's a lot of hockey, but there's another sport too. We got some NBA going on, right? And
we ain't had no update.
Well, with this, looking at it, right? So I'm not gonna lie, this is the same slide we had last week.
Other than that, on this slide, the Cavaliers did make it to the next round, and they got swept.
Yep. True.
Handily swept.
But you got the Thunder and the Spurs,
which I did say they were going 7.
Yeah. Oh, you did 100%. Tonight is Game 7. Matter of fact,
Game 7.
In a couple of hours, it is Game 7. However, the Knicks are sitting over there waiting.
Yeah, that could be a problem, but it could also be a good thing too.
Hey, look, they got them two game losses against the Hawks, and after that, the Knicks have been on a tear. Yeah. So
they've been sweeping everybody. They've been pulling them brooms out. I'm talking about and them those what they call those games, those finishing games, those clinchers.
Yeah.
It ain't even been close.
No. So, question. Jay, what does OKC need to do to win tonight?
Well, they have to bring their strongest flop game possible. If they can practice their flopping, then you know what? They'll go ahead and don't advance to play the Knicks.
Let's be realistic, brother. Let's be realistic. Right?
What they need to do, Chris?
So here's the thing. Wembyama is a big guy. Mm-hmm. He's hard for them to guard.
Yep.
He dominating the game, and they need to hear me out. They need to allow him to dominate the game, but stop the role players.
Okay.
If they stop the role players, this game flips. SGA got to, he's got to make buckets. He can't go 6 for 18, right? 6 for 18 is you're not going to. They also need players to step up. Don't be afraid of the size. If OKC is to win,
okay.
Wemby is a big man in the paint.
Right.
He is literally swatting shots without jumping.
Right.
But they got to figure out how to score other than SGA.
How is the game going to be officiated in your opinion?
I think this game going to be officiated real closely. This is going to be a close officiated game. You got two major stars in this game. One who does live in the medium to short game. We're talking about SGA. Right? SGA goes for 40 tonight. If they win close. They'll win probably by 5 or 6.
Okay.
SGA don't go over 30, they lose.
What happens if Wemby goes for 40 like he did in the first game, and then you have SGA go for 35? Who makes the difference when those two balance each other out?
That's my point. That I brought that point up without saying it in that fashion, but I brought that point up. Who steps up and be the number two
for OKC?
For OKC.
Who you got? Who you got?
Well, somebody needs to.
Well, Williams is out.
Yep.
Aja Mitchell is questionable. Caruso is coming off the bench. So, to be honest, Chet has to step up.
There you go.
But Chet has been shut down.
I would say he's been a ghost all series.
He's being really matched. And he ain't getting the easy buckets that he used to.
There's a history between him and Wemby.
Oh, I know.
So
Wemby don't like him.
Yes. And there's one thing about guys that are that tall or that size. Usually when you're playing against, smaller opponents, you're comfortable. You're comfortable. But then when you play against somebody that is your size, you're not as comfortable as you normally are.
Right.
So you can see it's affecting his play. You know what I'm saying? So, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one.
I'm actually going to try to stay up for that one. I ain't got a football game tomorrow, so I can probably stay up and watch it a little bit.
There you go.
What about you, Mason? What do you think?
No, 100%. OKC, Alexander needs more help than what he's getting right now, and it doesn't matter who it's from. Somebody's got to step up, even if it's a surprise like Lou Dart. Right? Lou Dart could come out if Lou Dart could help score 20-25.
But Dort is not the bad part about Dort.
He's not.
He's not a scorer. Any points from him?
No,
is
bonus.
Bonus.
No, and I 100% agree, right? But I'm saying it's just to that point, right? Like we can say we want Chet to step up, right? But if San Antonio's playing him that well and he just can't get there right, then somebody else has to do it. Caruso, Parkinson, Dort. Somebody. If you put an OKC jersey on, you tonight's tonight because they ain't no tomorrow.
Yeah, same thing with San Antonio. Castle, Fox.
Well, I was going to say, what does San Antonio need to do to win?
They got to have somebody that's going to be that second guy. Castle can have a great game, but you know what? This would be a great time if he's healthy for Fox to actually make his presence known on the offensive side. But he doesn't look healthy, right?
He ain't healthy.
He's not.
But he's a factor on defense. Mm-hmm. He's the one giving SGA these problems. So the bad part is you want the one guy to step up with more points.
Yeah.
But what ends up happening? The defense
is
going to hurt defensively, right? So Castle, I think how they've been playing it has been good. It's just they have to just keep playing their game, focus on the defense, funnel all the OKC's offense to Wemby, and just pray he don't get no foul trouble and they win. Yeah. The good thing is because he's so tall, he don't get those normal shot blocker fouls.
Right.
Because he's so tall that he's barely getting off the ground and he's not doing the big swipe. He just like,
yeah.
Or they shooting way over him.
Yes.
Which is hilarious, right? How do you plan for that? You know,
Hey, teardrop, baby.
you got woo. Let's go.
The smaller players don't usually have a problem with that because they're used to shooting over bigger guys. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But it's just the ones that are 6'4", 6'9", they're used to being, you know what I mean? They're not.
Everybody's close to their height.
Yes.
No, but see, I think the key for tonight for San Antonio is they have to limit the turnover.
Yeah.
Okay. Plain and simple.
They cannot let OKC get out and run.
Nope, they can't. And I think San Antonio has the team to do it right because they got De'Aaron Fox. He's playing solid D. They got Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper. He's putting in quality minutes and getting quality points with Wembyama. So it really going to be. Are we going to see the San Antonio? Because this game's in OKC. Are we going to see the San Antonio Spurs that we saw in Game 1 that took Game 1 in OKC? Or are we going to see a San Antonio team struggle in OKC? Right?
Yeah.
So, to me, I think if they limit the turnovers, San Antonio does, they have a real good shot. So they have to have 10 or less. I will say this. They have to have 10 or less turnovers. If they can do that, they can beat OKC.
Well, you know, Castle had like 13 or 12 in one game, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but you know he's averaging like 18 a game.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Castle.
So, I mean,
the last
who's
game,
going to
right?
step up? Who's going to step up, man?
We'll see, right? I'm telling you what the keys are to win.
Yeah.
San Antonio's got to limit turnovers, right?
This ain't one of those. This ain't one of those games that you talk about what they shouldn't do. This is one of those games that they have to do.
Yes.
You know, ironically, if you look at it, these teams are actually evenly matched.
Mm-hmm.
Other than if you bring, even with Wemby in the game, their height wise are equal.
Yeah.
Because OKC is playing 2 7-footers.
Oh yeah.
Hardenstein and Chet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Dorton is the wing.
Yep.
So the thing is, when you're looking at those elements, you have, you know, it kind of evens out. And San Antonio the same way. You know, even though Champion, I think
Champion.
Yeah, he's like, I think he's 6'9", 6'10".
Yeah. He's not a small guy.
So you talk about big guys shooting threes. You know, who's going to get hot? Who's going to put the points in?
Yeah, and to me, the key for OKC, Jay, is going to be free throws. They have not been making their free throws like they typically do. So they have to hurt at the free throw line, or they're going to lose this game.
Well, the bigger thing is SGA can't shoot 3 free throws and win.
Yeah.
He got to get to that 15.
Yep.
Yes. So San Antonio, are they going to use some of their not role players, but bench players to come in, be physical with some of the flopping with SGA and Holgram? Do you see that? Because I'm not sure if you saw at the end of the last game when the hard fouls that they were giving. Did y'all see that?
Well, no, because we were probably asleep because, you know, the games are coming on in the middle of the night.
Yes. So basically what happened in the later half of the third or fourth period, Wemby would go out and they would bring in like their third center and they purposely run through screens with a forearm. And you could see it. And then they came around and they just plowed into SGA at one point. And then McCain, he got it like 2 times in a row. So I guess they're like, okay, well, if you're gonna flop, we're gonna. This is a real foul. So you want to flop, you want to fall on the floor, we're going to put you on the floor. And we're not going to use our stars to do it. We're going to bring in that 10th or 11th player on the bench if you want to flop around. So this is game 7. I'm wondering, will they try to bait some of these guys to try to retaliate and see if they, get a technical or this, that, and the other, or they just or they don't retaliate. So I'm kind of, I want to see how they play in the first quarter and see how the fouls are called, how aggressive each team are going to be, because this is game 7.
Yeah.
So this is everything.
All or nothing.
All chips are on the table.
So, well, no. Before we go to commercial break,
I know what I'm saying.
The NBA is put in their anti-tanking laws this week.
Oh, they have.
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
It's overdue, and I wish they would do it in football as well. They need to do it in football.
So, the part I kind of caught, I didn't read the whole thing,
Mm-hmm.
that the lottery will not just be, I think it's 10 teams or 8 teams? I think the lottery.
So if they're going to expand
to
14 to 16 teams, and then the bottom 3 teams, the Washington Wizards and the other teams. So what they're going to do is basically lessen their chance to get the number 1 pick.
Yeah, so it says that they're going to expand the lottery from 14 to 16, further flatten odds and penalize teams with the 3 worst records.
It should say Washington Wizards.
Well, a few years it wasn't the Washington Wizards; it was the Philadelphia 76ers who created the tanking rule.
The process.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Wizards have just masterminded. We'll sign some.
Anytime I can pick on the Wizards. And speaking of Wizards, a little did you know?
Go ahead.
So, 18 straight years, every single NBA Finals has featured at least one former Washington Wizard player on an active roster. And this dates back to 2009, Tyrone Lue. And this year, the New York Knicks has Landry Shamet. He was a Washington Wizard. So from 2009 to all the way to this year, there's always a Washington Wizards in the finals, just not in a Wizards uniform.
Another part of that's good FYI there, Jay. Thank you. Another FYI for because of the anti-tanking rule, right? I'm reading it right now. The Memphis Grizzlies get hurt big time on this, and here's why. They own an unprotected pick in next year's draft from the Utah Jazz, right? Mm-hmm. Courtesy of them of this year's Jaren Jackson trade. But because the Jazz selected Ace Bailey with the number 5 pick in last year's draft, and they own the number 2 overall pick in this year's draft, the 2027 pick can no longer fall in the top 5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's bad. That's bad.
Look, because a lot of times when you make these trades, you're banking on that pick, right? Now, that pick isn't as strong as it was.
Yeah. Now you ain't getting the star talent. Well, it's a possibility. You still can get the star talent. You just won't get a top 5 talent.
Right. And guaranteed top 5. Just whether Memphis had it planned, no matter how good or how bad they did, they had a top 5 pick.
Right.
Now,
they ain't getting no top 5 now.
Unless they get into the lottery.
Right.
So, it's gonna be interesting to see. All right.
So right now we're gonna take a little small commercial break. We'll be right back. I got it.
Yep. I got it.
We are back from commercial. Welcome back. As we sit here discussing these crazy things, and we're waiting on our full correspondents to come in with his
magnificent
updates. Right? I hope somebody enjoyed. I will say this: I'm glad he ain't online right now because he'd be pissed. If Arsenal win and you bet it on Arsenal, it was like 4-1.
Look at that.
4-1.
With that, we're going to move over to NASCAR for a little bit, right? We are still in the lightning round. I like that. All right, so they're racing in Nashville, Tennessee this week. Ryan Blaney was the previous winner of that race. And the current top 5 in points is number 1 is Tyler Reddick. Number 2, Denny Hamlin. Number 3, Ryan Blaney. Number 4, Ty Gibbs. Number 5, Chase Elliott. So I guess the question is, can Ryan Blaney get another win? Can he repeat, right? And maybe even draw closer in the standings? I mean, Tyler Reddick has been at the top since day one.
When you win, that's what happens. When you win, that's what happens.
He's got 5 wins and 13 starts. So that's in NASCAR. That's pretty good.
That's a big lead.
You know. So, all right.
The only way you can overcome that without winning is finishing second in every race.
Yes. So, a little FYI, one of Rusty Wallace years ago, when I was a young toddler, right? Rusty Wallace won the championship and did not win a single race the whole season.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But he had the most second place finishes than anybody. So, moving right along, we're going to hit some MLB. Woo, woo. There have been some changes in the MLB.
Yeah, but I told you it was going to happen.
Well, and not necessarily your division.
My division, actually, they did make some changes.
No, not much. So the teams right now standing over 500 are in the American League East are the Tampa Bay Rays, the New York Yankees, and as of right now, the Toronto Blue Jays have joined that over 500 club. In the Central American League, you have the Cleveland Guardians and the Chicago White Sox. All right. In the West, a little change here. We got some Seattle Mariners over 500 now.
They're catching up.
And that's it in the American League.
My Oakland team's gone.
Hey, they're in that home run friendly park right now.
Yeah.
Everybody loves that park. They say that park probably like a Colorado, bro.
Ooh. Well, they're in the process of also they're gonna be moving to Vegas, So
Poor Oakland.
Yeah. They can't keep a team. They can't keep a team.
My heart goes out to y'all, man. I understand what y'all going through. Trust me.
Terrible.
All right, so move over to the National League. And Chris has been giving me a lot of talk, right? Because my Braves have been sitting over 500 the whole season, right?
And
wasn't nobody else in the division. Oh, wait a minute. Now we in the East, right? So over 500, you have the Atlanta Braves, the Philadelphia Phillies, hey, Jay, and your Washington Nationals.
They are not over 500.
They're at 500. 500 or better.
Okay, all right. I got you.
I mean,
they are the last championship winning team out of the DMV.
Yes, they are.
I mean, you got to give the Nationals some sort of credit, okay?
Oh, yeah.
The Central, this division is incredible. This division is still all over 500. And they're playing each other.
And they moving around. Matter of fact, my Cardinals got the Cubs last night. They beat them.
Now, I mean, you see it first to fifth fluctuate within the division, but every single team is still staying over 500. That's amazing to me. So, and then in the West, we have the Los Angeles Dodgers. We have the San Diego Padres, which they've been pretty much up there. And one newcomer, the Arizona Diamondbacks.
What?
Yeah.
Surprise. I was going to say the Giants.
No, the Giants are way behind. So, currently the worst team in Major Baseball is the Rockies. Gentlemen, we're rounding the month of May. Typically, the month of June gets hot, and then they cool down a little bit for All-Star in July. What are we looking at here in June? Are we going to see some big shifts, or
I don't. Well, June is going to start separation.
Okay.
What I mean by separation is teams are getting healthy. So you're gonna have changes in the standings. This path that the NL Central is on, it's going to change. There was a lot of if you don't know, I'm gonna tell you right now. If you go and look at the NL Central's rosters, that whole division is very young.
Oh yes.
The teams are very, very young. They on a young movement and they're beating teams right now. So and I'm saying right now only because it can change at a flip of a coin.
Gotcha.
So the dog days of summer is right around the corner. When I say right around the corner, 2 days. We're gonna be in June.
Yep.
And once we get in June, just get prepared because you're gonna start seeing teams start to the veteran teams that are understanding what's going on start to pull away. Some of these young teams, I ain't gonna say all of them.
Right.
Some of these young teams are still trying to figure out how to win.
Gotcha.
So once that goes through, yeah, we're gonna have it. So just a little update for you, Jay. PSG and Arsenal are in penalty kicks.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Jason, on baseball real quick, Jay, what's your thoughts?
Well, anytime my A's can get back in there, we need to move, at least get into that wild card slot. But I don't see it happening. It's not good. It's not looking good for us. On the other hand, looking at the National League, what's going on with the Dodgers? The Dodgers is it possible? Can we say them? Is it possible them win another championship? Is it possible now?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got all that
I
money.
don't think it was ever out of the question.
They got all that money in that team. They have no other options.
I think the surprise is my Braves.
You know, surprise.
No, the Braves are the Braves are the
Huh?
Braves. The Braves are the Braves. We know
Right.
you're gonna be
But
good.
what does that mean to you? What does that mean?
That
The Braves have a very good core of players, and for some odd reason, they always find good pitching from within their team, from their farm system.
Yeah. Yes.
So if they're good at developing their pitchers, they're good at keeping their talent, grooming their talent, and a lot of teams are starting to take that same building structure. Unlike somebody's Tampa Bay Rays, they sell off their talent. Yeah, kind of hurts them, and it shows.
Yeah, well, I mean, Tampa Bay's doing good though this season.
They are currently.
Yeah, and we'll see how things play out. So if the season was to end today, your wild cards would be the Yankees, right? They would get the wild card in the American League, and in the National League would be the Padres.
Yeah.
So,
but I think it's more than one wild card team.
Well, then I'll give you the top two.
I
So the top two teams in the American League is the Yankees and the White Sox. And then the top two teams in the National League is the Padres and the Diamondbacks on the wild card race. And of course, like you said, Chris, things going to change. Injuries are a factor. All-Star break is going to help rejuvenate a lot of people. That's days off, right? Unless you're playing. So, all right. So, enough about the MLB.
Well, who was the last two World Series champion?
Say again?
The last two World Series champions.
The Dodgers, and I want to say no, it wasn't Philly. I know the Dodgers was last year.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Philly? No, it wasn't
No.
Philly.
Tell us what you got.
Okay, the last two World Series champions. Drum roll.
Hold on. I'll give you the drum roll. Hold on.
Oh, we do have drum rolls.
Okay, you got it. What? Who is it?
Well, who can it be? The last two World Series champions are last year. We know it was the
Dodgers.
Los Angeles Dodgers, and the year before that, Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yeah. They beat the Yankees and then they beat the Blue Jays.
No, Dodgers, Rangers,
Correct.
Astros.
And then
So-
Braves.
Yes. So, is it possible to get a three-peat?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it going to be easy for them? I don't think so.
When's the last time we had a professional sport with a team to win three in a row? I think it's,
The Bulls.
Absolutely.
and that was the 90s.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it's, you know what? I wouldn't put money on it.
I would.
It depends on the odds on that.
That's what I'm just saying. And across the sports landscape, for whatever reason, we haven't had one.
But you gotta also remember, right? Baseball is a lot different than a lot of other sports.
Well, so the Yankees was the last team to three-peat
In baseball, yes.
in baseball. 98, 99, and 2000.
Mm-hmm.
Still, that's a long time ago. That's 26 years.
But you gotta remember, it's hard to do. It's hard to do two.
It is.
Because you gotta remember, baseball, these guys gotta be, and they gotta hit their stride to where they're just dominating teams in what is it?
Basically,
In
July.
September. No, September. That's when the championships are won, is in September.
Yeah. And then you got to stay healthy.
Yep.
So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, yes, they have the talent, but we've seen teams with great talent not be able to put it together 3 or 4 years in a row because injuries, just fluke stuff. I mean, another team gets higher than you, even though you have the talent. Another team comes in and they just hit. For whatever reason, they didn't do it in the regular season, but in the postseason, they just was just out of world. So, yeah, I would stay clear of trying to put stacks on the LA Dodgers just because of the history that's going against it.
No, I got you. But we're going to move right along. Oh, well, I don't have a card for this one. I don't have a banner for this. Anyhow, we're going to move over to the WNBA. The top teams, I mean, it's close, right? Minnesota Lynx is number one right now, which means Las Vegas has dropped a couple of games, right? They were in first place with one loss last week. Now they got 3 losses. So trending in the wrong direction, but still early in the season. And I think they can correct that. Right now you have the Minnesota Lynx Golden State Valkyries, Atlanta Dream, Dallas Wings, Indiana Fever, Las Vegas Aces, Los Angeles Sparks, Portland Fire. Those teams right there would make the playoffs. However, New York Liberty and the Toronto Tempo are all 500 or above. So, not quite out, but they're getting there. Moving on. I think I got a banner for this one. Yes. Bloom Tennis. Right? It is live going in down in Paris. Mr. Jokic went home, got put out in the third round, which was very, very surprising. But he even announced that he just got outplayed by the kid. You know, he was very humble. So I actually watched that match, and there were shots. This kid was making shots like a 120 mile an hour tennis ball coming off his racket, and he would change it and make it go 10 miles an hour, and it would drop right over the net. And Jokic's like, I can't do nothing with it. So, brutal temperatures in Paris right now. I think they're talking about 96 and 97 degrees.
And that's even hotter on the field.
Yeah, they're playing clay.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's been in the mid 90s here. It's like all week. It's been really bad.
Not here. It was in the 80s. Got some rain. We're going to drop.
Yeah, we could go back in the winter.
We're in the 70s.
Yeah. It's been hot. It's going to be hot the week too. It's going to be brutal.
No, I understand. But yeah, so this tournament's going to be going on through next weekend. And just pay attention to it, right? I know Coco is supposed to be, I think she's already played or playing. I'm not sure. I'd have to get a status on that. But, yeah. We'll take a quick commercial.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll be right back. We're going to have our fourth co-host in the building. He's going to tell us about this great Champions League game. Y'all have a great, we'll be right back. And it's going to be time for the Red Card Report. are back. Guess who is in the house? He is ready. He finna give us the low down on this championship game that went on. So we ain't gonna waste no time. We ain't finna let Jay say nothing. We finna get out of his way. It's time for the red card report.
All right, let's get into it. All right, just a couple things. You know what? We're going to skip straight to it. Champions League, UEFA Champions League final, PSG versus Arsenal. Just finished. Apologize for being late, but just finished. PSG just won in penalty kicks. Yeah, like I shouldn't be smiling, but my brother's an Arsenal fan, so to see them go down in a blaze just like that, boy, whew, that's brotherly love right there, I tell you, because it couldn't happen to a better team. Arsenal, PSG dominates the game first half. Arsenal has one attacking chance. They score off of it. And then they sit 11 guys behind the ball, driving me insane because it's counter football. But it is what it is. PSG comes back second half, still dominating the game, finally get a PK. Ousmane Dembele scores a PK, tied 1-1. You go into extra time, you go into PKs. Arsenal, Eze misses their first PK, and shortly thereafter, Mendes misses a PK for PSG. So then it's tied up. Everyone's got to make, and then captain of Arsenal steps up and blazes it over. Tough way to end the game, but boy, couldn't happen to a better team. So I don't know, for y'all that have brothers, and especially younger brothers, you know, I'm not going to be all up in his face, joking him and giving him a hard time, because that's probably a little bit too much. But man, it couldn't happen to a better squad. Whew, I love it. Anyway, all right, we'll start from the beginning. So in the Premier League, this is how we ended up. Arsenal champions. Well, champions of the Premier League, can't say so much about the Champions League. Relegated teams, West Ham, Burnley, and Wolves. Teams being promoted to the Premier League. Coventry, who has not been in the Premier League, I would say, in almost 20, 30 years, I think. Ipswich is back and Hull City are back. FA Cup winners were Manchester City, and the Carabao Cup winners are Manchester City. In Italy, Inter Milan won. They won weeks ago. All good there. Relegated, Cremonese, Hellas Verona, and Pisa. Promoted, Venezia, Frosinone, and Catanzaro. Catanzaro was just, I think that they just won in their playoff game yesterday. And then Inter Milan won the Coppa Italia. In the Bayern Munich Invitational, Bayern Munich won this probably 6 months ago. You see the two teams relegated, the two teams promoted, and Bayern Munich won the German Cup. The relegation playoff winner was Paderborn. So in Germany, what happens is the bottom two teams get automatically relegated. And then the third team from the bottom plays the team from the lower league that won the playoffs. And then Paderborn beat Wolfsburg with a 99th minute winner. So, you know, a lot to play for there. Wolfsburg relegated, Paderborn up. In Spain, Barcelona champions, that was confirmed weeks ago. Relegated, Mallorca, Girona, and Real Oviedo. Promoted, Racing Santander, who I think they were just down for 1 year. Deportivo La Coruna, again, down for a couple years, but both teams have been in the top division. And then the last team is TBD. The way the Spanish league is, they have second division has 22 teams. So there's 42 games, and they're at game 41. So the last person to be promoted will be decided sometime during this week. And then you see the Copa del Rey winner was Real Sociedad. So that's really closing out the European leagues for the year. Here's how the MLS tables stack up. Here's the Eastern Conference. Nashville is still top, followed closely by Inter Miami. And then in the Western Conference, Vancouver Whitecaps and San Jose top this division. Now, MLS is about to go on a break for the next 7 weeks. They won't be back in action until July 16th, until after the World Cup. So teams have an opportunity to make some moves. And hopefully these teams that are on the bottom can find a way to get a little bit better. I've seen a couple of coaches get terminated, like Phil Neville recently from the Portland Timbers. So still a lot to play for, still a long season, but everyone's getting this 7-week break because of the World Cup. In the NWSL, here's how the women's looks right now. Utah Royals at top with Portland Thorns in second. Last year's winner, Gotham, sit fifth. But again, early in the season, still a lot to play for. And now, moving into World Cup, just to remind everybody, we showed this a few months ago, but here are the brackets. There's not really the prototypical group of death. They really all these groups seem pretty evenly fit. I'm interested to see what happens in Group C, Game 1, Brazil versus Morocco. I had to try to advise my guy Chris against betting for Brazil on that one because Morocco just won the African Nations Cup, and Brazil is not the Brazil that we've all grown accustomed to. So I would stay away from that game. U.S. I could see U.S. win this group. I could also see U.S. finish bottom of this group. That's how topsy-turvy that is and how evenly matched I think those teams are. Germany will walk through Group E. If you want to place bets on Germany to walk through Group E. Even they'll win their first 2 games. They'll put their backups in, and their backups will kill whoever they play third game. So I think that's a no-brainer. Let's see. Who else got it interesting? Spain. Put a lot of money on Spain because Spain's going to do well in this tournament. Chris, I hope you're taking notes down. I'm trying to help you out. Spain, big one. Group I, France, another big one. France has 3 teams that could play and probably qualify for the World Cup. That's how deep they are. Let's see, Argentina, Portugal, Colombia, and then England. If there's an over-under, if you could bet against England winning, bet against England winning. They always have the squad too. They always choke. It just is. Been there, done that. I've lived there. I've seen it. No matter how good they are, they'll choke. They won't make it past the semifinals. All right. UEFA Conference League was played. Champions game was played over the week on Wednesday. Crystal Palace beat Real Vallecano. That's their first European trophy ever. And then we just talked about PSG beating Arsenal. Sorry, Chris, but it is what it is. PSG back-to-back UEFA Champions League winners. I already told you major European leagues are over for the year. And then MLS is on a 7-week break. And then my red card report recipient is my own team, dear to my heart, Chelsea, because 9 teams in England made Europe, and Chelsea finished 10th. So definitely not good enough. They're going to have to trim the squad because there's not going to be enough games because there's not European games. But since all the European soccer is over with, we're going to still keep in touch with the women's soccer. But week by week, I'll bring one team that we'll talk about transfers in, transfers out, and then transfer rumors and things that I think that they're trying to do with their squad before next season. So you guys will have to comment on which teams you want me to bring up. But to start us off, I'll start with Barcelona. Here's the lineup that they had when they played Real Madrid, probably 2 or 3 weeks before the end of the season, which they won that game 2-0. They've already had one transfer in, Anthony Gordon, or Flash Gordon, as the English media likes to call him, from Newcastle for 70 million euros. But going out, Robert Lewandowski, the Polish striker who's world-class Hall of Famer, but he is a little bit aged, so he's leaving. Remains to be seen where he may end up. He may end up in the MLS. Marcus Rashford, he's on loan from Man United, but he occupies pretty much the same space that Anthony Gordon does. So I don't think they'll renew that loan or if they'll purchase him because now they have Anthony Gordon instead. And then João Cancelo, who's on loan from Al Hilal. I think that Barcelona will try to figure a way to purchase his rights from Al Hilal and keep him because he's such a versatile fullback and play on the left or the right. Then you see the transfer rumors that you have here for them. Julian Alvarez is the big one. So apparently there's rumors that they've made $100 million euro offer to Atletico Madrid for him. Atletico Madrid is saying that's not true, saying they're behaving like a small club. So basically they're saying they didn't offer anywhere near that. They're just trying to pimp them and get him for cheap because they know he wants to go. And Atletico Madrid are against it. They're holding firm. They want to keep him. But I've seen this story before. He'll end up being a Barcelona player before the end of the summer. Piero Hincapié, who just got finished playing for Arsenal, who was on loan. There's a transfer. He's on loan from Bayer Leverkusen. There's a rumor that Barcelona are looking to pick him up. So I think he's going to have a choice because I think Arsenal will want him, but I think that he may end up going to Barcelona. Bernardo Silva, magician from Manchester City, he's on a free transfer. So I think they're already negotiating, and I think that's where he'll end up is Barcelona. And then Casado, I think I've seen a bunch of rumors of him leaving. He's a young defensive midfielder for Barcelona, but they're stacked in the middle of midfield. And then Ferran Torres, he's rumored to leave every single year. He's kind of underappreciated because he's not a world-class striker, but he fits in pretty decently. And then Andreas Christensen, who's rumored to leave all the time. The reality is I think Barcelona's trying to get rid of him. But he's on big wages, and quite frankly, I don't think he wants to leave. So my opinion, I think what Barcelona is going to do, they're trying to refresh their squad. They're mixing world-class talent with youth. They have a great youth program. They got a bunch of players that just come from the youth ranks you've never heard of, and the next they're world-class beaters. So I think they're trying to bring their wages down, but they're trying to get some younger talent in so they can be a handful for the next 4 or 5 years. And then again, that's the Red Card Report. Say no to racism, kick it out, and let's go. We're all PSG fans today, ladies and gentlemen. We're all PSG fans today. Thank you.
Man. That was a good red card report, sir.
That was excellent.
Even though he did, all he had to do is just come in and we could have sent him messages and let him know that the score was going on. But I get it. You want to see it live.
Oh, boy. I had my phone turned upside down. Don't text me. Don't call me about what's going on. My wife left to go get her hair done. She's trying to give me a kiss. Hey, I'm looking here.
Let me focus.
I'm just saying. Biggest game of the year outside of the World Cup final. Biggest game of the year. I'm focused.
I hear you.
You want something to eat? No, leave me alone.
We are on to our next subject. What is it, sir?
Sure. I mean, we could talk about the soccer that Jeff just talked about. You want to talk about it for a minute?
Y'all let me know. I was. Whew.
All right. So, here's some thing. Because Jeff, I watch soccer too.
Yep.
Me too.
Right. So, I don't know.
Y'all
Jay,
better. I know where y'all live. Jay.
We ain't got a choice.
I know where you live, Jay. Come on. You better keep that quiet.
So, This is the slide I want to talk about.
Okay.
Right? Especially with it upcoming, right?
Yeah.
So I think we're in agreement. Like Group A, you see Mexico coming out of it, right?
They should. They should.
I agree they should. Who do you see coming out of Group B?
Better be
Bosnia or Canada.
You got who?
Bosnia or Canada.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's gonna be Switzerland. Watch out. They're gonna be a surprise. I agree with you on Group C with Brazil and Morocco because I told people before early in the season that y'all have to watch out for Morocco, and they proved me right. I mean, they had a little stumble there, but what good team doesn't stumble every once in a while, right? Group D. You said that you're not. This what caught me off. You said the U.S. could win it or finish last.
Absolutely. Yeah. It depends how they play. Like, I forget one of the last international they played. They played Belgium. And for the first 45 minutes, they played toe-to-toe with Belgium and truthfully should have been up 2 or 3 goals. One defensive lapse in the last minute right before halftime, and it's tied 1-1. And then the second half, it was a completely different team, and Belgium ended up beating them 5-2 going away.
And
which U.S. team's going to show up?
So you saying Group C, you have Brazil, and then
no, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
He said Group C, Brazil or Morocco.
Yeah, be careful.
Okay,
be careful.
No, I see you have Brazil at the top. At
no,
Group
that's
C.
just how the brackets were when I was putting them in. That's
okay. All right.
Those are not his opinions.
That's not my opinion.
So
when we get up to the World Cup, we gonna sit there and we can give our opinions on each game, and we can keep a track of who did what. And I'll be at top, and the rest of y'all can try to understand why I'm top and why everybody else is beneath. That's it.
So you stay in pat.
You see, you talking smack.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jeff.
What'd you say, Jay?
So I said you stay in pat with Morocco. That's what you that's what you going with.
No. He said he's not going to throw Brazil or Morocco out the door. It's one of them.
Yeah,
but it definitely ain't Haiti or Scotland.
I'm saying, and in the first game of the tournament, truthfully, I say that's got a draw written all over. That's 2-2.
All right. And Group D, us.
I didn't say that either.
No, he said he said that we can finish first or we can finish last.
Thank you, Chris.
And I kind of agree with him because Paraguay always seemed to give us problems. Always seem to give us problems.
And Turkey's not a lightweight.
And Turkey's not a lightweight. Yep. They proved it in the last World Cup. They slide in there and beat you. You let them hang around, they'll beat you.
I got a question. Was Jay listening?
No.
I don't think he was. I don't think he was.
Jay was in Jay's zone.
And then you got
I'm trying to write down these things for my bets. So I'm
just got you.
My work before I go take it up to the people.
Well, so for your bets, right, Jay? And we're gonna move over to Group E. Jeff did say Germany hands down.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Now here's the this is more the group of death than probably any other one. The F group with the Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, Tunisia. I feel bad for Tunisia. I ain't gonna lie to you. They probably go over. I don't even think they're gonna get a draw out of that.
Yeah.
They may. So real quick before we go to F, E, you're gonna make your money betting on the amount of goals that Germany scores, because Germany's gonna be heavily favored probably to win every game. So you're gonna have to pick them to win 2-0, 3-0, 4-0 to make your money. And there'll be a couple games in there that they probably do win 5-0 or 6-0. So that's where you're going to make your money on that group.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Group F, Jeff. If you had to pick, like Chris said, Tunisia, I feel bad for them. But if you had to pick one,
Netherlands. Netherlands. Yeah, I'll pick.
They always got some talent.
Yeah, Netherlands got some stacked.
They always find some young talent.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Always. They stacked team.
Especially with them orange jerseys.
Yeah.
Hey man, that's that color. And
yeah,
and just for history note, the orange jersey is in honor of the king's mother.
Oh, I did not know that.
She's the one who pushed that. That was her favorite color.
See, ladies and gentlemen,
I lived in the Netherlands.
So. This is why you watch the Long Distance Playbook.
There it is.
Because you're gonna get facts about all sports.
Historical.
Right? Group G.
Belgium.
You got Belgium on that one, right?
Belgium.
No,
Guess
I
Really?
don't. Belgium is the team that they were always somebody's dark horse to win,
Okay.
and they always, what's the expression, flatter to deceive. I can't. I've sat there and picked Belgium so many times. I ain't picking. I'll pick Egypt to win it. That group.
Oh, okay. Group H, you talked about Spain,
That's all Spain.
right? I mean, look, because people got to understand, two of the biggest teams in Spain is Real Madrid, Barcelona.
There you
This
go.
is the time where all those players that are on the Real Madrid, Barcelona that are from Spain get to come together and play together.
Yeah.
And you got to remember, just like the last World Cup, they had the young kid who was like 16.
Yep.
Well, he's
Balling
18
out.
now. Lamine.
Yep.
Oh, well, last World Cup it was Nico Williams from Atletico Bilbao. This World Cup is going to be Lamine Yamal from Barcelona.
Yeah.
And if they're both healthy, you'll have Nico on the left side cutting in on his right foot, and you'll have Lamine on the right side cutting in his left foot. It's a problem.
Yeah.
But
So you telling me to take all they goals too in that?
Oh yeah. This group, it will be Spain, Uruguay, Saudi Arabia, and Cape Verde. Yeah, if you want to feel bad for somebody, they're probably going to score 0 goals and have like 17 against them in those 3 games.
Okay, so stay away from Cape Verde. Got it.
Hey, you could bet how many goals they're going to lose by. I'm just saying that's where the money's going to be.
All right. All right. Group I.
France.
So
France, Senegal, Norway, then Iraq. If Iraq even participates.
Group J.
Argentina. Ooh.
Maybe Algeria.
Yeah, it's going to toss up between Algeria and Austria.
I think Austria takes the second one. I think Austria makes the round of 32.
Okay.
That's my opinion, though.
Yep.
Group K.
Portugal. Yep. Even with Ronaldo's like LeBron James. Never had a significant injury. Works really hard. Takes good care of his body. Just continues to be able to perform. Right now, he's still outrunning Father Time. So, and they got a bunch of talented players around him. So I go Portugal. Then I'm gonna go Colombia.
I was going to say.
And then Congo, and then Uzbekistan.
And then Group L.
England will win the group.
Okay.
Normally, I'd say Croatia, but all Croatia's talent, they're old. They're old.
Yeah.
This is going to be their last hurrah. I don't know. I think Ghana may come in second in this group.
Croatia, you talking? They still have a lot of those players that they had when they made it to the round of 16.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they old.
But that's what he's saying, right? But I see him I see Croatia making it to the second round, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
But then after that, I find it's going to be a hard fought battle for them.
They're going to have to find the family youth.
That's the thing. They've had a long European season. Then they got a training camp leading up to the World Cup. And then they got games every 4 or 5 days. And it's over here. It's going to be hot. Right? It's going to be hot. So depending on where they're based, they may look good for about 55, 60 minutes. And then, that weather, that heat, the humidity, zap energy out of them. Them cats in Ghana, they like, hey, this is a day that ends in DAY. We good with this. Let's go.
Yeah, but it's also based in the States too, right? A lot of they're playing indoors.
But they're not all. But you got to remember,
right? Not all of them. But I'm saying, so like Atlanta is going to be indoors. Miami, now that's going to be
hot.
Woo!
But you got to remember, a lot
Mexico,
of these games hot and hot and high altitude.
Wow.
And then Canada is going to be mild.
Yeah.
So you got, the one thing I will ask you, sir, and this is because we're getting so close to the tournament. Can you give us the rankings of all the teams on like the next slide, just 1 through 30 or whatever?
I can.
You know what I'm saying? Just so people will understand why.
Yep. Yeah, I can do the rankings for every single one of these clubs so that you can know how they're actually ranked, and then I can tell you whether or not I think that's real or if that's some bull.
Yeah, because some teams get in and their rankings not.
They just had a good tournament.
Right, exactly.
That's what it comes down to.
And then they run into somebody who just ain't playing with them. Look, we ain't gonna play with you.
Yeah.
We don't care about your ranking. We don't care about your ranking. We don't care what you did in this last tournament 2 years ago. Come out and get your whooping.
Yeah.
Take this beating.
That's right.
So,
all right. So there are some. So we'll be good now. We'll shift a little bit to some college sports, right? So,
man, it's been a rough week.
give an update on what?
So, new. How do I say this? New eligibility rules.
Okay.
5 years. That's it. 5 years. 1 red shirt. 5 years. That means you can't just keep transferring and transferring. They're blocking that too. So it's going to be interesting how this, in the one sport it really affects the most is football.
Yes.
It's football.
I would say football and then basketball.
No, basketball, not so much.
Not so much, right? But I'm saying out of those sports in college, right? To me, it would be football and then basketball because that's really the ones you hear people really transferring and everything.
Yeah, but here's the reason why I say not so much.
Go ahead.
If you block me in basketball, I just go pro. That's the easy way. All I gotta do is 1 year in college, and then I go pro. Right. But in football, you gotta be out of high school 3 years.
Right.
That's where it hurts. So you can't go and transfer to Wayne State Junior College, come back, get the year back, right? It's a lot of little nuances in that rule. So you got players that end up on injury red shirts that affect them. They have to actually apply for an exception. So you got a lot of little questions. You can't transfer in the middle. Well, you can transfer in the middle of the season, but you're not getting that season back. So you got to look at those things.
Yeah, am I concerned with that ruling? I'm in favor of it on surface because I get tired of seeing 27, 28-year-olds playing in college. That don't make any sense. But I do agree with being able to have like, 1 red shirt because, I got barely any playing time, and then maybe 1 medical red shirt as well.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe I don't know. Depending on the injury, maybe 2 medical red shirts. But at some point, if all those things took place, 18 years old, you get 1 medical red shirt or 1 red shirt, and say you get 2 medical red shirts, like that's 3 additional years. You're still 25 at max, right?
Right.
You're not 27, 28-year-olds, which is, to me, that's where it's like you're having young men competing against grown men.
Yeah.
Well, when your average age of your team is 26, not so good.
No, but with that, I mean, I can see the effects of it,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's probably going to hurt a lot of smaller schools. But now these players are going to really be more cognitive of what school they're going to go to.
Your next move
Well,
better be your best move.
Right.
Well,
You
well,
see what I'm saying?
here's
Yeah.
one part. Here's one part.
And that's what can hurt the big schools, right? Because if I'm not going to get playing time,
Why go there?
what exactly? I might go to that smaller school now to get playing time.
So all this does is alleviate a lot of problems from your Division threes, Division twos, NAIA, transferring to Division One, right? So now, and honestly, I think it's a good thing because now you're going to put the emphasis back on you developing players to stay for 4 years, not you developing the player to transfer next year to go to, for example, Jeff's school. Jeff builds a powerhouse based off of your training. You know that's kind of sucks.
Are we taking shots at Indiana?
No.
No. I was just joking, but a lot of key contributors on their roster, older, been in college for 5 years, and they transferred from other schools.
Yeah, they gonna lock that up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what you starting to see, like in basketball, they're trying to block the. I had a bad year. I was the number one transfer in transfer portal. I had a bad year, or this team really wasn't a fit for me. I'm gonna go transfer to Mason University, right? Go over there, and then I'm gonna be a superstar, and I'm gonna get drafted in the first round. Or, and in most cases, it's not the first round. It's normally the second. They don't want to pay them that money when they already lost a year.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask this question
Right.
because when you're being recruited, coach is gonna sell you on anything and everything.
Oh, they gonna give you. They gonna give you. They gonna give you the whole party.
Hey, we building our whole team around you. Blah 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 blah. So in a way, I kind of feel bad for the child because you have adults that are sitting there smiling and lying dead in your face.
Yeah.
Well, you got to also remember this, Jeff, and you know this well as I. Right? When they recruiting you, they're not just recruiting you.
Yeah.
They're recruiting the guy who played the same position as you at the exact same time.
At the exact same time.
So
and that's where it's kind of like, So that's why I'm kind of like, I agree that 26, 27, 28-year-olds shouldn't be playing in college. I also think that there should be something, because coaches will lie all day long. I mean, look, you realize how many times Nick Saban probably lied to people? Because he knew before the transfer portal, once I get you, I got you.
I got you. You can't go nowhere.
That's it. I got you.
You transfer, you got to sit a year.
Right. Or you got to go down a division.
You got to go
and
down.
Then hope you perform well and get an opportunity to come back up. So I do kind of feel bad that for the student athlete, because they're trying to be so restricted with everything, where normal students don't have these restrictions. So what's the intent?
So here's my other point, right? And I wish Jay was here for this. Look what happened with Penn State. They fired their coach, and as soon as the transfer portal opened, 30-some players left Penn State. Right?
Yep.
And how do you recover? It's hard.
But again, that is fun. That was because of what school did or what the school allowed. Right?
Yes.
Obviously the players, hey, I came to play for this coach. You got rid of the coach. That shouldn't be on me. I should get a free pass to go someplace else. But we also talked about this a couple months ago during the women's NCAA tournament. There was a college women's team. Is it Tennessee? Where all their players either graduated or entered the portal.
Yep.
And that to me was on the coach, but again, that's still part of the entire university, something you guys weren't paying attention to have your entire team. Right. Your entire team said, hey, we out of here.
Yeah. And the coach is still there.
Right? Isn't that funny?
That's what's strange to me on that one. Now, I can understand like the Penn State one, right? Coach firing players like, hey, I came here to play for him. Y'all ain't going to keep him. I'm gone, right? But the Tennessee one,
well,
like, coach still there.
Or it could be the John Calipari in Kentucky. I'm going to get the top 5 players in the country, knowing that they only going to play for 1 year.
That's right, because they're going to be one and done.
One and done. Yeah. So here's the thing. Think about that team with Cat. Carlo Town.
John Wall, no?
John Wall. Mr. Dougie himself.
Cat, Harlan. Who all was on that roster?
Don't get me started lying. Do not get me started lying. I
think Devin Booker. SGA was on one of those teams. You know, and think about it. That was recruiting at its best. Hey, you come here, I guarantee you go into the league.
He played. John Wall was there with DeMarcus Cousins, Eric Bledsoe, Patrick Peterson, and Daniel Orton.
Wow. Devin Booker.
That's crazy.
No, that was a good roster.
The Harrison brothers.
But that Devin Booker team. Oh my God.
Will Cauley-Stein.
He was the 6th man.
Yeah.
How do you sell him to be the 6th man?
Yeah, because Devin had John Wall was there, Anthony Davis was there, Tyreek Evans.
They had a team.
Yeah. Man. I'm looking at it right now. That's crazy.
So this transfer portal, them putting a cap on this is a bonus for not just for the NCAA, but it's for the fans also.
Right.
You know, I look at it as a fan that was a good. Okay, yeah. But, you know, now I'm also looking at, you know, what are you going to do about this NIL?
Well, yeah, I mean, they got to figure that part out.
No, they don't. I'm telling you. The thing that bothers me is why is everybody so worried about what the players are making?
Well, it's not. Hold on. You jumping to a conclusion.
Well, you throw me off with your Eagles jersey that looks like it's the Giants. You've been throwing me off since I got on here.
Sorry. So I'm not pointing out how much money they made. What I'm pointing out is if I'm gonna sign, this is young 18-year-old Chris, right, and I'm signing a contract, I need to understand my contract.
Yeah.
Right? If I'm Chris now and I'm the guy giving the deal, there's going to be penalties. You leave early, penalties.
Yep.
Right? There's going to be guarantees I need to have in that contract so I get more bang for my buck. I ain't saying you go to college and $10 million.
Right.
Right.
Let me ask you. Can I ask? I just got to ask one question.
Go ahead.
Are the NIL contracts the same as scholarships in this terms? Scholarships, they make it clear they are on a 1-year basis. Now, team, they re-up them, but you have a 1-year scholarship.
Full right.
Right. For for the major sports, right? But it's a 1-year commitment.
Yep. Every year you got to be renewed.
Correct. Is the NIL deal there to cover you for the duration of your time at that school, or is that a 1-year commitment?
That's my point. You helping my point along. If it's a 1-year commitment like their scholarship, right? Now the transfer portal is a little bit questionable.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's easier at that point because, hey, when my commitment or my 1-year commitment to the school is over with, same time as my 1-year commitment to this NIL,
I can move
should
on.
be able to move on. I have no more obligation.
Yeah,
Correct. But that's what he's saying. They got to get that under control. So
they need to get some things in sync. I think we all agreed when we talked about it, college football. The transfer portal should not open until after the last game of the season.
Yeah, of the season.
Yeah.
Right. Like
especially in football.
Absolutely. So those types of things.
No, especially football, because the transfer portal in football opens in December. It shouldn't open until February.
Right. But I'm saying in all sports, right? The transfer portal in all sports shouldn't open up until the season, the championship game has been played, and somebody's been crying.
Basketball is already that way.
Yep. Most sports. Yeah.
No.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Most sports are that way, but
Except
remember,
football.
it opens up twice. But football is egregious, right? And I don't like that. Like, so those are the things I'm like, hey, you guys got to address that. Nobody wants to see a team. Hey, we're going. Oh, yeah, we're
going to the Holiday Bowl.
Right. Hey, wait, we didn't qualify for the national championship. Oh, I'm out. I'm transferring. And then you get, instead of Florida State, you get Florida State Community College showing up to play. Because all the players are left. They're gone.
Look, you thinking you getting the Seminoles and you getting the semi.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's what you're saying.
Look, ain't no feathers in there. You got one feather. That's it. And so those are the things that got to get straight.
That's my point of that. You saying all sports, but it's actually only one sport.
Football's the egregious one.
Football is a little worse.
And it's just about how they time it. Because I already know, look, think about it. When November roll around, and you know you lost 3 games already, you already know you're not in the championship hunt. God's going to have to reach down and touch your team and touch everybody else's team to lose in order to get you into the possible playoffs.
Possible. Yeah, right.
Right? So look, think about it. If I'd have played for 4 years, right? And I had the opportunity like they got now, meaning I played at least 2 years and I start 1 at Northwestern University. No knock on Northwestern University. Just throwing it out there. I have a great sophomore year. We're not going to the playoffs. Matter of fact, we ain't even going to say the playoffs. We not making it to the conference championship. And next year don't look like we're going to get even better to get there. Hey, Coach, I'm sorry. You know, I gave you 2 years, and I've done everything I could to get this team to win. I need more talent. I'm taking my talents elsewhere. Right? I'm getting all these little letters in my email talking about how great the team would be if I was there. I'm looking at their transfer list.
My IG's blowing up.
Yeah. Bro, that's the process.
No, I understand.
That's the football process. Yeah. You know I hate to say it.
I think that's in general. You know, because I see what my son's gone through. I see what a lot of his friends and old teammates have gone through. That is absolutely. And anytime they see a little bit of a weakness, hey, you good? Hey, if you looking to go someplace, hey, we got a spot, man. Hey, we got your jersey. Hey,
Your number's available.
Absolutely.
Look, so it's so funny. The only sport that got it right, got it truly right, is college basketball.
You don't hear about anybody transferring during the season.
Unless they literally left the team, and then
unless they literally left the team,
and they can't transfer until the portal
opens. Right.
And look, think about it. When I say the college basketball got it right, they at least allowed me sophomores and juniors to test the waters of the NBA. Meaning they're going to all these camps and tournaments and getting advice on will they get drafted in the first or the second round, or should it be best to go back? I hate to say it, I can't think of that last name off the top of my head, but it starts with a B. He played with Wisconsin last year. The guard, he was a bucket. He was getting them buckets. He went to the transfer portal, and this will hurt my heart. It hurt my heart. His dad was a baller at the University of Illinois, and he never stepped foot. And he's from Illinois.
Wow, that's all right.
So, but I understand. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I understand. Yeah, but Illinois has figured it out too. A lot of these colleges are starting to figure out where to go get their talent. Right? I'm actually crying because, the kid that led Illinois in scoring, he was a 3-star recruit. 3. No big name schools were recruiting him. Illinois went in, got him. Dude goes in, all conference, all American in his freshman season. And guess what? They talk about top 5 pick.
Hey, let me ask you something. Did he stay at Illinois?
Huh? Is he from Illinois?
No. As in, this was this past year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Keegan Wongler.
Oh, okay. So the thing is, when you get a player like that, 3-star recruit, but hey, they done worked and they've developed me.
Yeah. So,
do you think? You think they don't leave? Right? Hey, no. You guys took care of me. I ain't gonna leave you. You took care of me. Players only leave when they not getting taken care of.
Yeah, but he's getting taken. He got took care of.
Well,
but the thing is, the market says he needs to leave because the market says you're going in the first. You're going to be a lottery pick.
You got to go.
You got to go. I was surprised. I was literally surprised the kid from North Carolina didn't go back at least one more year.
No.
I think he's going. No, nothing against his talent. I think just because of an injury, I probably would say, hey man, we can get you if you're not guaranteed to be a top 10, come back one more year. I guarantee he would have been a top 10.
Well, I think he may and still be a top 10 pick, but 2. The injury may be even more reason why you do go. I got injured towards the end of last season, but who's to say I won't get a different injury, maybe a more severe.
Yeah, true.
Right?
True.
Hey, and we talking about generational wealth.
That is true. Moving right along. What you got for us, sir?
All right, still staying in college, right? A lot of sports, college is getting ready they're breaking, and so the sports have to end at some point, right? So the rowing championship was supposed to happen today, got canceled due to weather. It will happen tomorrow. Apparently Brown, I don't even know where Brown University's at exactly? Jeff, maybe you
Ain't
do.
that in Boston?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But
I
they
don't
hold
think
the
so.
most titles with 7. So Stanford's the reigning champion. But if you tune in,
Rhode
'cause I know
Island.
in the States,
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. So, because I know in the States they do have the NCAA channel. So if you're able to tune in and watch that, by all means do so. All right, moving on a little bit. The men's golf tournament is supposed to be taking place. They're setting the table right now. So the tournament's going to be playing for the entire weekend. So we'll have more shout outs for next week on that. And then, which one was that?
You got college baseball.
You got college baseball going on right now.
Yep, we got
Got
college
college
baseball
softball going on right now.
Yep, and softball as well.
Mm-hmm.
So softball will have a champion by the end of the week. We don't know who yet. However, the teams that are still currently in Texas Tech and Tennessee, they play. It looks like today, and then tomorrow Texas plays the loser of Game 8. Game 8 is Alabama versus Nebraska. So whoever loses plays Texas. And then UCLA is waiting on the loser of Texas Tech and Tennessee. So not many teams left. Narrowing it down. Here we go. Crunch time. I can't wait to see who it is, right? Baseball currently going on as well. And I'm trying to bear with me one moment. It doesn't say the dates on it, does it? So baseball could last a little longer.
It should go until almost July.
Yep, they're saying that the World Series is predicted 21st, 22nd of June. So we'll be able to give you updates through the time on that. Current teams. So round 1, I guess, started yesterday. Yeah, 29th, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So regional started yesterday. And yeah, just tune in, pay attention. These are the future athletes of professional sports, right? Give them that support any way possible. So,
You know, one thing I love about softball and baseball college
what's that?
is your ranking does not matter.
No, it does not.
You just need your bats to get hot at the right time, and you need 2 pitchers. If they get hot and they get rolling, man, hey, I don't care what number you got in front of your team, you're gonna be a problem. And I look score number 1 UCLA. They lost to unranked St. Mary's yesterday.
It happens.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't care what school you go to. Run up against some bats, run up against a hot pitcher, and you'll be watching it just like us.
Yeah. He's sitting there like this.
Mm-hmm. Could have been us, man. Oh,
should have been us.
Yep. I should have swung at that pitch.
That's baseball for sure.
And yeah, 100%. And then to captivate the rest of the show real quick, UFL. All right, a lot of people don't talk about it. It is watched. However, the season ends now. This weekend, shall I say? It's only 10 weeks long, and then they're going to start in the playoffs. The playoff teams right now are the Orlando Storm, the St. Louis Battlehawks, the Louisville Kings are not exactly in it. They're almost. But the DC Defenders are. Man, look at that. Some DC team making the playoffs.
And now watch what happens.
Huh?
And now watch what happens.
And the Birmingham Stallions, right? So the Birmingham Stallions and Louisville Kings have to play. The winner of that becomes the champion. Or not the champion, but they make the playoffs. Sorry. With that, I don't know where my co-host went. He just got a bit left on me, Jeff.
I saw that. It was I'm telling you, the jersey. He's confused today.
I got it.
I thought it was some type of joke.
One other thing we do want to highlight. We're going to prep y'all for some stuff on NFL, right? But, hold on. It's a little bit different. This is the only prepping you're going to get this week, okay? Shifting gears to NFL. These are your international games. We will highlight this later on, probably in about a week or two. However, just take a look. These are all the games being played overseas this season. And just be prepared. We do have more NFL stuff. Got to coordinate with the other host stuff before we dive into that. All right. With that, I want to thank Jay for being on the show. I don't know where he went. I want to thank Chris, our co-host right here.
Don't know where he went.
I'm in the same room with him and I lost him.
I mean, he just got up and walked out. I was like, all right.
All right. Hey, there he is. He's back, at least in the room. There he is.
Boy.
Get ready to close out the show. You want to close it out? You want me to? Okay. You all right?
I'm fine.
All right. So, remember, if you're a veteran and you have your own business and you would like for us to put your business name or whatever in our commercial, please send us an email at thelongdistanceplaybook@gmail.com. I keep tuning in until next Saturday, same time, same bad channel. Y'all have a good weekend.